It's Monday. It's morning.
It's macabre.
Hey, you there?
Hey,
you there, listener?
You there, listener.
Listener.
No, not you. You.
No, the one in the tall listener.
Put your hand down.
Put your hand.
You.
Welcome to Monday Morning Macabre with Scones and Darcy. I am Darcy.
This is Scones.
That's Scones with the Scones voice. I'm Darcy with the Darcy voice. Welcome to the show where we talk about creepy, spooky things in a myriad of ways with just pal around. Probably the most Glizzy's referenced in a podcast of 2020, maybe.
We're gonna get people are gonna be in our DMs and they're gonna be like, what about the Glizzy cast?
Yeah, true. Glizzy cast 2020.
Glizzy
McGuire. If you guys have never heard the show before, you're probably loving it so far. And what we do is one of us will bring a spooky, scary story. Other one will tell that person the spooky, scary, real thing. And we just chit-chat about it as good pals do. I want to say off the top.
Ooh, off the top?
Off the top of my brainscape. I mentioned this to Scones a little bit before we started, but I'm drinking a Narragansett Dell's Shandy, which is like a lemonade beer. And the two, it's not a good combination, I'm learning. It tastes kind of like vomit. And what I noticed on the can is that it says, it's refreshingly different, which is what a mean girl in high school would say to you about your outfit.
Yep.
If she was being like a real bitch. She's like, oh, that's refreshingly different. And
yeah.
I'm like, this is like the best marketing they could figure out.
I don't know what the opposite of an ad is, but we're doing that for.
Yeah, this is the opposite of an advertisement. I don't know if I could recommend this, but I'm drinking it because, hey, it's early in the morning.
Yeah, why not? I'm a big fan of Narragansett regular beer.
Narragansett regular beer is a solid beer. Narragansett Dell's Shandy.
Especially since it's frequently pictured in Jaws.
It tastes like a gas station attendant spit in my mouth. That's how it feels when I drink this.
Well, where's the lemon part come into that?
He's been like slurping down like...
He's just been sucking a lemon.
He's been sucking down antifreeze for like a half hour. I think that's where the lemon taste comes from.
It's very sweet.
It's real sweet. Give it a try, listeners. If you haven't had a Glizzy with antifreeze, you're not a true listener of this show.
It's bright blue and it tastes sweet.
It's blue raspberry or cotton candy. It might bamboozle you.
That's how my uncle's dog died. Well, first he ate... My uncle's dog was crazy.
This dude was doing fucking keg stands all day.
He is just fucking lying. No, he ate my brother's prescription allergy medication, ate the whole prescription of it, somehow didn't die.
But then
half a gallon of antifreeze later, that got him.
Jesus, rest in peace.
He was a crazy dog.
Sounds like the Bam Margera of dogs.
Pretty much, yeah. He was just out there, no camera, just doing jackass.
Yeah, he was just like, hey,
unplugged. He was just doing acoustic jackass.
Acoustic jazz ass.
That's a podcast.
There's a podcast. Keep slinging dingers.
A podcast called Acoustic Jackass where we don't film any of it. And we just described to you that we did painful stuff.
I kicked a guy in the balls. Jackass.
I'm hooked up to a car battery.
Okay. Now let's get into what you're here for.
That's not macabre enough for you?
I don't think that's. I think we're having a little too much fun right now. We need to really just dampen the fun. We have to get damp fun. So,
I got some damp fun for you. A little bit of sea breeze in this one.
What does that mean?
It means that today we're going to be talking about the mystery of the missing lighthouse keepers.
Missing lighthouse keepers.
In the band, officially known as the the instrument-wielding men.
Instrument-wielding men. The IWM. I'm right. You don't have to double check. I can see you move your eyes.
No, my eye just had a moment.
You're
I just went blind for a whole second.
As if you're trying to decipher if it truly is the correct acronym.
I just went blind for a whole half a second. That was wild.
Lost his vision.
So our in-house band, play us in.
So
they're our band until Weird Al Yankovic comes.
Yeah, hey Weird Al.
We got a spot for you.
Wait, we got room for you, buddy. If you want to play us in, we'll DM you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll contact you. So the missing lighthouse keepers.
Yes.
This is something that has been requested. I know the bare minimum of the story. I know that some lighthouse keepers went missing.
Yep.
Next episode.
Band, play us out.
Band, thanks. Wheeled me.
Thanks for coming out tonight. Hope you like tonight's show.
The Lighthouse was inspired by this, right? The movie The Lighthouse, I believe.
Yes, the 2019 film starring Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe.
And
one really creepy seagull.
Yeah. One Jason Segel.
He actually played the seagull.
Yeah, he played
He's a method actor.
Yeah. And his method is taking my fucking girlfriend. What if I had like a weird... What if that was part of my backstory?
No, it is now. We're cutting this part.
Yes, everyone knows Jason Segel fucking took my girlfriend back in middle school.
Darcy got cucked by Jason Segel. That's the canon.
Yeah, that is now canon. That's macabre canon right now. Is
fucking Jason Segel.
Jason Segel.
Our shit list.
Middle school.
Our shit list is now Darius, Jason Segel. There has to be someone else that we hated.
I mean, I feel like we've disliked.
It's a lot of hate. We talk about hateable people every week.
Yeah, I mean, every week it's like most police forces. But anyway, the Lighthouse Keeper, Scones.
Yes, I'm going to be, my source today is going to be mentalfloss.com.
Hey,
and
floss your teeth.
I don't know.
Floss your brain.
I think it's like a shopping website, but they got this nice little article written by Caitlin Schneider.
It's because at the end they have high heels with lighthouses on them.
So had to have high heels for a living.
Ooh.
Do you think Emily Blunt is wearing high heels right now?
I think Emily Blunt. Hey.
We have a new podcast going out. It's called Questions to Emily Blunt, where me and Darcy ask questions at Emily Blunt for probably like a good
2
hour.
hours. I don't know. For the length of... we watch her movies.
If you think that that's worth us putting the effort into actually doing it,
also you have
contact Sling and Dingers.
Yeah, contact Sling and Dingers. Secondly, this is only for us. We're having a good time, and you're probably very confused. And then thirdly, the entire podcast is going to be us talking like Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt. How you and John Comanche wear similar clothes?
You and Hanky Panky ever get kisses?
You guys ever kiss on Quiet Place?
You ever John Quebec ever go skating at the
You
range?
and John Quebec hang out.
You ever look at the camera?
So in December of 1900.
This one is off the rails.
It is not macabre.
Okay.
This is what we do. If you haven't listened to it before, we're really stupid and weird, and then we start talking about how like these brutal, horrible things. And so get ready for that tone shift.
Mm-hmm. Solid ups and downs.
It shows our range as performers.
It's like that gif of Melania smiling at the lady and then her face going like cryptic and freaky. I don't know if anyone's seen this, but it was on Reddit. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Skeletor.
Exactly. Anywho,
in December 1900, a boat...
This is all staying in. I'm not editing any of this out.
In December 1900, a boat called the Hesperus has set sail for the island of Eilean Mor, one of the 7 islets, also known as the 7 Hunters.
Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. That's
fucking name for
cool.
7 islands.
Yeah, that's way better than like Long Island.
Yeah, the guy who named Hawaii is really kicking himself.
The 7 Hunters.
So one of the 7 islets, I guess is what you call little islands,
the
Flannan Isles off of the coast of northwest Scotland. Captain James Harvey was the captain of the Hesperus, and he was tasked with delivering a relief lighthouse keeper as part of the regular rotation. That was like a baseball sentence. And counts 2 and 1. We got James Harvey.
Yeah, James Harvey.
Putting in a relief lighthouse keeper as part of the regular rotation.
I like baseball sentence as like a phrase. Sounds like a baseball sentence.
Real baseball sentence, folks. Counts 2 and 1. Foul out to right field. The journey was delayed a few days by bad weather, and when Harvey and his crew finally arrived, it was clear that something had gone awry. So imagine you got Harvey and the boys coming in.
Steve Harvey.
Opening the door, like expecting there to be like a sick boys' night, and shit's not going that way.
And they were like, where are the boys?
No boys, no brews, no
boys, no brews, no babes, no baseball.
And let me tell you, folks, that's not a life I want to live. None of the normal preparations at the landing dock had been made, and the flagstaff was bare. And none of the keepers came to greet the Hesperus. So they're like, shit's quiet.
They're like, first of all, rude
Too
as
quiet.
hell.
Yeah.
What
the fuck?
I'm not taking my shoes off when we get in because fuck them.
I'll say thank you if they serve us meals, but like, I'm not going to mean it.
I'm not calling them dad.
The keepers, as it turned out, were not on the island at all. All 3 of them had vanished.
Ooh. All 3.
So Willem Dafoe, gone. Robert Pattinson, gone. The Seagull, gone.
My girlfriend in 6th grade,
gone. Fuck you, Jason
Fuck
Segel.
you, Jason. I miss you, Debbie.
Eileen Moore had its peculiarities.
Whoo, banger episode, gang. Absolute banger.
Something about 1900, 3 guys going missing is not dark enough to bring me back down to earth.
Yeah, I'm living my best life right now.
The island's only permanent residents were sheep, and herders referred to it as the Other Country. That's a spooky name.
The Other Country, spooky.
The Other Country is a cool name for an HBO series.
It is. It sounds like either a teen, not like a young adult like novel where they're like, oh, they went into the other country and haven't come back, you know?
Yeah.
Like a Mockingjay type deal.
Or the Maze movies.
Yeah, or it's like one of those like Alaskan bush people called like Other Country on like Discovery.
The Other Country.
And they're like, I'm from Other Country.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So the herders referred to it as the Other Country, believing it to be a place touched by something paranormal.
Dum dum dum.
So the Other Country has a pair of Normans, and
yeah, paranormies.
So spooky stuff, folks. Eileen,
so spooky. Goodbye.
Look, I know you're not reading this, but I'm getting chills.
I mean, Emily Blunt would not go there.
And she knows chills. She was in a quiet place.
Yeah, she's been to a quiet place, but she hasn't been to another country.
She's part of the cool new fad of comedians writing really good horror movies, which I'm here for.
Hey, I'm about it.
Eileen Moore had long elicited a sort of fearful reverence in its visitors. The main draw to the remote location was a chapel built in the 7th century by Saint Flannan.
Okay. I like the mystique of this place.
It's got strong
spooky
aesthetic.
Yeah, spooky aesthetic. It's a hashtag spooky girls only.
Even those who had never prayed before felt moved to worship while on the island. Superstitions and rituals like circling the church's ruins on your knees were adopted by those passing through, and many considered Eileen Moore to have an indefinable aura that could not be ignored.
I like it. I'm a big fan.
Indefinable is definitely that word, not what I say, indefinable.
Indefinable.
Folks, I gotta tell you,
Scones' English is.
I've blacked out one too many times, and careful how you drink, folks.
Scones has told me he's been drinking water, but I'm convinced it is straight
up moonshine. Yep. Count 2 and 1.
This sounds like a place where you'd go and read a good book. You know, just sit down and read a good book.
If you want to, and just on your knees
just want to circle around on your knees,
church
reading
ruins.
a book.
What the Hesperus crew did find at the lighthouse was a set of perplexing clues.
Clues? A clue, you say?
The replacement keeper, Joseph Moore, was the first to investigate and reported an all-encompassing sense of dread as he ascended the cliff toward the newly constructed lighthouse. So, old-ass island, new lighthouse.
New lighthouse, old island.
Inside, the kitchen table contained plates of meat, potatoes, and pickles. The clock was stopped.
Score.
Dude.
That's what they said as they opened the door.
Yo, meat, potatoes, and pigs?
Yo, they got some ickly picklers? That's what they sound.
The clock had completely stopped, and there was an overturned chair nearby. The lamp was ready for lighting, and 2 of the 3 oil-skin coats belonging to Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur were gone. The gate and door were firmly shut.
So them keepers be out and about skis.
But it's also strange because the food is set. Table's set.
Table's set. Clothes are on the door. Noboys.com.
The clock stopping is spooky.
It's weird.
Unless it's just like old timey and you have to wind it up every day.
It's probably a shitty clock because this is what, like 18 something? 19?
Yeah. 18? I like, in my head, I like to put it like a Twin Peaks vibe on it where like the clock's just like, and it just comes to a stop.
Because like some dimensional portal sucked them in.
These clues only led to more questions. Why would one of the keepers have gone out without his coat? And for that matter, why would all three have left together at all when the rules forbade it?
The rules?
You gotta keep a lighthouse, you gotta keep in the lighthouse. That's what they always say. That's what they teach us at lighthouse school. Dude, I'm pretty sure there's like lighthouse keeping is not a real job anymore because they're all electronically and mechanically.
Yeah. Why would it be?
Because it sounds like a dream
You
job.
said that as if that was going to shock me. I am not shocked.
The fact
that
bothers
lighthouse
me.
exists still is mind blowing.
With like sonar and GPS.
I can literally find any piece of information in the world instantaneously, but we still need a giant fucking beacon in the sky to be like, okay, I can't fucking drive my boat into that.
I don't know. There's a certain romance about it that I'm gonna miss.
It's got a good aesthetic. I like the spooky aesthetic, but I don't need to pay a guy.
No, I imagine you wouldn't.
To crank.
I assume the Coast Guard pays it, right? I don't know how it works in Scotland.
Listen, I don't.
Listen,
anything outside of my house.
I'm not above lighthouse talk.
I'm not going to talk out of school here, but
someone needed to man the post at all times, so something unusual had to have happened in order to draw all three of them out. When Moore returned with his report, Harvey, the captain who's leading it in the first place,
let's play feud,
had the island searched. The hunt came up empty. The captain then sent a telegram to the mainland.
What did it say, Scones?
It says, a dreadful accident has happened at Flannan's.
Ding, ding, ding.
The three keepers, Ducat, Marshall, and the occasional, have disappeared from the island.
Wait, the occasional?
They just...
don't even give the guy a name?
No, he's the occasional.
Yeah, he's
I can't tell if that's offensive or a sick nickname.
I think...
Call me Scones the occasional.
I think he's an intern, and that's like...
I like that nickname. I wish my name was Scones the Occasional.
Scones
it's like...
the Occasional?
Yeah, it's a low-pressure nickname.
Yeah.
It's like
hey,
what are you, the occasional? Like, yeah, sometimes, I'm cool to be around. Occasionally, I'll let you down.
So it's a very non-committal nickname.
Yeah, I like it. On our arrival there this afternoon, no signs of life was to be seen on the island. The clocks were stopped, and there's another signs indicated that the accident must have happened about a week ago.
Wait, so, okay, they believe there was an accident.
That's what they're calling it, because I don't think they know what else to call it.
Okay.
Just three dudes disappearing. Especially in the 1900s, like...
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You're going to get accused of witchcraft or something.
True.
1900s, I mean 1900.
This happened on,
December 1900.
Oh, that's
so about to be 1901.
Honestly, adds to creepiness because it's a whole number like that.
Yeah.
It's a century.
Turn of the century when it's like a Pennywise thing. It's like every so odd years, shit hits the fan.
Yeah, exactly. That's the occasion.
Poor fellows, they must have been blown over the cliffs or drowned trying to secure a crane or something like that. Night coming on, we could not wait to make something as to their fate. I have Moore MacDonald, buoy master, and 2 seamen on the island to keep the light burning until you make other arrangements. Will not return to Oban until I hear from you.
So this is a letter being sent from where?
This is the captain
gotcha.
Back to the mainland being like, hey, shit hit the fan here. Me
and the
Moore,
boys.
McDonald, someone just named buoy master, and 2 seamen are hanging out.
Okay.
I have repeated this wire to Moorhead, in case you are not at home. I will remain at the telegraph office tonight until it closes, if you wish to wire me.
Cool. Did they wire him?
I don't know. I hope so. He took the time. Further investigations also led nowhere, though the lighthouse logbook provided a new set of confounding details. So, captain gets there, does not have a date. That's a bummer. Anyway, in the log, December 12th, there's an entry from Marshall, one of the guys who disappeared, describing severe winds the likes of which I have never seen before in 20 years. He wrote that Ducat had been quiet and MacArthur had been crying, which would have been an odd behavior for a man with a reputation as tough and experienced seafarer. The next day, Marshall reported more storm details and wrote that all 3 of them had been praying.
Jesus.
Another odd bit of behavior from well-seasoned keepers in a brand new, supposedly safe lighthouse.
So, this must have been a wild storm. If
either that or they're breaking down for something else. So
it's either storm related or something else is going on, but they are losing their marbles.
Big time. Strangest of all, there were no reported storms in the area on December 12th, 13th, or 14th.
That is spooky.
All should have been calm up until December 17th. The last report in the book from December 15th read, storm ended, sea calm, God is over all.
That should be our new. Just after a story. Just do that for 30 minutes. Let us gather our thoughts.
Speculation ran wild. Was it something supernatural? Sea creatures? A case of madness and murder?
That'd be sick if it was sea creatures.
A government operation? Foreign spies? Aliens?
Draug.
Ooh.
No one thinks of the Draug.
No one ever expects the Draug.
You never expect them.
Ultimately, it was evidence outside the lighthouse that provided the most promising lead in explaining what had become of the 3 keepers. Over the western landing platform, damage from the recent storms reached as high as 200 feet above sea level. Ropes that were usually affixed to a crate on a supply crane were littered about. Robert Moorhead, superintendent of the Commissioners of Northern Lights, that's a cool title.
Commissioner of the Northern Lights?
Yeah, he wrote in his official report.
It's a D&D title.
Yeah, it is. He wrote in his official report, I am of the opinion that the most likely explanation of this disappearance of the men is that they had all gone down
on each other. Sorry, continue. What happened to these poor souls?
It was a storm, I tell you. Saturday, the 15th of December, to the proximity of the West Landing to secure the box with the mooring ropes, etc., and that an unexpectedly large roller had come up on the island, which a large roller, I'm guessing, is a wave.
It's like a wave, yeah.
And a large body of water going up higher than where they were and coming down upon them had swept them away with resistless force.
Big wave hit them.
Yeah.
Is what that guy could have said.
Men went to the water. It was a storm. Wave went wham.
That would have been way more just straight to the point. Why let's talk so
why waste
poetically?
time?
Yeah, exactly. Big wave wham.
While this or similar approximation seems possible, the explanation left considerable room for doubt. The lack of bodies, supposedly calm conditions, and sheer experience and know-how of the lighthouse keepers still had not been accounted for and never would be. In the years following, other keepers claimed to hear voices of the salty air screaming out the names of Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur.
That's spooky.
Darce, what do you think happened to him?
Well, this is a classic case of, it was a three-way gone sexual.
You think it was a three-way gone sexual?
I think it might have been a three-way gone sexual. I think that...
You got good girls gone bad.
You got... Shout out.
What is that, a Rihanna album? And three-way gone sexual.
And three-way gone sexual. I think it was... Okay. The only thing that would make me not believe that it was a big roller sweeping them off the sea.
You don't think big wave went wham?
I don't know if the only thing that makes me not think it was a big WWW is that they left their jackets in the lighthouse. And I feel like if they're going out to like the ocean,
right,
they'd probably be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get wet."
Especially in a storm.
Throw on, unless they're just like lifeguard beach bod, like trying to get that tan. But I think at that point they have to have those giant like hook hand water jackets. So it's weird that they left them there. Also, why would they be like, "Hey, you guys want to stop in the middle of eating and go like hang out on the deck for a bit?
You want to get out in the storm and just...
You guys want to just like chill out in the storm? Like,
let's just
do our horoscopes."
How fun would that be? It'd be like, whoa, we're getting wet, but it's a great story.
It'd be like so spontaneous.
Haha, unless...
Wham! So that's, I mean... Most likely scenario, big wave went wham. Probably what happened. But it's also weird that like the storm, okay, if they have logs of them being freaked out by a giant storm, why would they go outside? Why would you leave shelter if big waves are going wham?
I wouldn't. I don't, when waves wham.
Wham, I won't.
I'm far from there. I tell you what.
So that's weird. It's also a really creepy thought to think that nobody else was like, yeah, there was no storm. And it was just these dudes. Maybe they lost their mind and walked out to sea because of the siren's call of a Naga priestess.
That'd be sick.
Could be that.
You don't know. Prove me wrong.
Show me evidence of the contrary. Probably what it was.
I bet it's we're gonna find out, like, someone's gonna do like a real deep dive, like forensic investigation. It's gonna be like there was a thermometer that was cracked and the mercury made everyone go nuts because it's 1900 and everything's poison.
Yeah, their jackets were lined with radioactive waste.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, sick.
They used to use lead to really loosen up the gums.
It's like bread back then was instead of yeast, they just used rat poison. And you're like, all right, this is
really makes it rise.
But
Or what if it was like a crazy wind, call back to the Dyatlov Pass.
Dyatlov Pass. Ooh.
Yeah, like the storm's blowing, brand new lighthouse. Something was built weird and scary, crazy, or like scary murder wind or whatever it was called.
I think that was what. Yeah, it was an SMW. I think it was called.
So many abbreviations.
A lot of abbreviations. Today. Emily Blunt's
That's a joke within a joke.
Dude, Blunts and Abbreves.
That's a podcast name.
Yeah.
That should be the name of the podcast when we just ask Emily Blunt questions.
I don't remember what the name of those winds were, but it could be. I mean, if you're getting slammed by big winds and you're in, like they said, I feel like a lighthouse similar to the rock in the middle of the field could cause
it's a lone structure.
It's a structure in the middle of the thing that could cause these spiraling wind things. That would be super interesting.
It would be. I think someone should.
We should call.
You could probably recreate that, right?
I could personally, yes.
You could probably do that, right?
Yeah. I'll be.
Hey, all right, I'm gonna head out. You get on there. No, but I feel like someone who knew enough about like modeling and like fluid dynamics could just be like, like I want to meet someone. I want to meet, if you're any kind of mathematician, data science, I don't even know what that would be.
Smarty is what he's trying to say.
Fluid dynamic person.
If you're a STEM boy.
If you're fluid.
If you're gender fluid dynamic and
and you know about murder wind, there has to be.
I love murder
Please
wind.
call me. Dude, there has to be someone who did like a PhD dissertation on murder wind.
Probably.
Or like this is like their research.
Homicide.
And I want to interview them so bad.
Yeah, if you guys know murder wind, homicide breeze, anything of that nature, and know somebody who knows about it, please.
Whoever that is has to be the most cynical person who's just like, yeah, the wind outside can make you literally go nuts and kill yourself.
You know when it's kind of windy? Yeah.
Shit can go sideways real fast. That's what murder wind sounds like in your ears.
Basically.
Apparently, I just saw this.
I think we solved it just now.
I'm looking at like some of the kind of the theories section on Wikipedia for the disappearance, and apparently, or allegedly, I should say, MacArthur, one of the guys who went missing, was a very volatile character.
Ooh, that adds to a fun part of the story.
And like a fight may have broke out and then went outside.
They probably played like Monopoly.
All three men eventually fell to their deaths.
Fell to their deaths?
That's what it's like. He thinks like they're fighting on the cliffside.
Oh, and they all were there's like triple tackle.
Yeah.
Ultimate
from
ability.
The top ropes.
Yeah. They were recreating Hell in a Cell.
That would be incredible. And then a common theory is that one of the men went insane, murdered the other two, and then killed himself, like threw the bodies at the cliff, and then
was like
himself went nuts from just being a crazy person and jumped off.
Yeah. I think most likely scenarios are either big wave went wham or murder between the three. Most interesting to me is murder wind. I think we've come up with a good idea here.
Yeah.
And I think we've really had a very coherent
we definitely set a nice spooky mood.
I think it's been a very sensible, coherent episode that people are really going to
it's been great.
Get a chill down their spine, I'm sure.
Yeah. Is this going to be
40?
Is it September 1st that this airs?
Yes.
Ooh. Do you remember?
September. Jumping off of lighthouses.
Remember? Yeah, so that was it. That's the mystery of the
Lighthouse Keepers.
What's the name of it? The Flannan Isle Lighthouse. Apparently there's a song by British rock group Genesis called The Mystery of Flannan Isle Lighthouse.
That's cool. Let's play it. Let's not. We can't.
No, Genesis will come for I don't want Peter Gabriel. I don't want that noise.
We don't need that. If you recommended this to us and are severely disappointed, go fuck yourself.
Do we know who recommended it? I knew of this on my own.
Yeah, I think we both knew about it on our own.
I should have gave a shout out. I'm not.
If you
good enough.
Sent us this, good for you. We also really enjoy this, and when we heard about the lighthouse being made, we're like, that's sick.
Dope boys.
That's some dope stuff. But yeah, that's the Flannan Isle Lighthouse Keepers. If anyone wants to go to the Seven Hunters, the islets,
let us know.
Murder Wind.
Yeah, big time. If you're a murder wind scientist, call us.
If you got a PhD in murder wind, let us know. I had fun.
I had a lot of fun,
and that's what matters. We have fun. We have fun here. I want to shout out the Patreon supporters. I want to shout out everyone who's grabbing their merch. Your merch should probably be coming pretty soon.
Oh, yes.
Hit us up on Instagram with your merch and tell us how it fits you or whatever.
Yeah, tell us how the printing came out,
or if you think that if you want a refund, don't hit us up.
If you hate us,
call Darius, because fuck him.
Call Jason fucking Segel. He's got the money. Yeah, guy made Muppets.
He'll refund you.
He took Muppets and was like, "This is mine now."
He's like, "Yeah,"
just like he did with Darcy's girlfriend in the 6th grade.
Made me watch. Anyway, follow us on our socials. Twitter, Macabre Pod. Instagram, Monday Morning Macabre. Also, we'll be announcing the winner of the giveaway today, at the time you're listening to this on Monday. So make sure to check Instagram, check your DMs. Make sure that if you're the winner, you hit us back. Give us your social security number and credit card information.
Just to prove you're an adult.
And we'll send it out to you. And I mean, besides that, I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Have a good Monday.
Have a great Monday.
Boy.